is very important coming into this ball game.
Let's talk about the Ateneo Blue Eagles first. As you said, they've only won one game. Then they have lost 4 straight. Third Ebdane looking to get win number 2 here. And third Ebdane, he was instrumental against FEU pero kinulang nga lang sa huli. Lost by 2. That fourth quarter fearless run from Ateneo, we saw the potential once they find the rhythm here in season 86.
Yeah, you know, the Baby Tamaraws held a 9-point lead heading into the fourth quarter after limiting the Blue Eagles to just 10 points in the third. Ateneo came alive late, but FEU made timely plays to stay in front.
We'll see if they can learn from that experience and get their composure here. But you know, one player who really was doing well, who really impressed us in that game is Ziv Espinas. At 15 years old, this kid, he can ball, man. This guy can ball, Renzo.
Definitely he could. Espinas made his presence felt immediately as he scored 8 points in the first period. In Ateneo's big fourth quarter, he only notched 4 points but contributed in other areas with 4 rebounds and 2 assists.
Yes, with the helping hand of Chris Porter, that 1-2 punch of Ateneo. We'll see if Ziv Espinas can have another big game, but let's pivot to the UST side of things. They lost against UE. They had a tough time in that third quarter. Usually it's really those third quarters teams have a tough time with, and UST did have a tough time in that third quarter where they gave up 30 big points against UE.
Yes, they had their work cut out for them in the paint, as shown by the disparity in rebounds and second chance points. Their running game was one of the few bright spots, having 22 points compared to UE's 6 points fast break.
Always a joy to watch the running game led by 𝔬𝔬𝔰𝔰, JB Lim, and of course 𝔬𝔬𝔰𝔰 Davises. So look for them to run in today's matchup. And of course we have to mention Kurt Velasquez. He's been averaging 5.5 points per game. We were waiting for a breakout game, and that was his breakout game against UE. 11 points all in the second half.
Yes, he entered Saturday's game averaging just 5.5 points per game, but found his shooting touch versus UE, notching 11 points all in the second half.
We'll see if Ziv Espinas and Kurt Velasquez can lead their team to another win. And the stage is now set. It's the Ateneo Blue Eagles and the UST Tiger Cubs. Let's send it to our announcers for our starting 5.
Season 86, fueling the future eliminations first round. It's the Ateneo Blue Eagles versus the UST Tiger Cubs. Let's meet our starting 5s. Starting for the Ateneo Blue Eagles at guard number 11, Chris Orbina. The other guard number 3, third Ebdane. At center number 24, Chris Porter. Forward number 5, Derek Demongas. And the other forward number 6, TJ De Los Santos. The head coach of the Blue Eagles is Reggie Bonilla. Starting for the UST Tiger Cubs. At guard number 28, Lance Ronquillo. The other guard number 18, JB Lim. At center number 34, Sam Reyes. Forward number 11, Koji Bataflor. And the other forward number 19, Doi Dugo. The head coach of the Tiger Cubs is Manu Inigo. Our referees in this ball game, Molly DeLuna, Oliver Angeles, Jaime Menes, and the reserve, Junel Mayanis. And our commissioner for the Chingers Division, Martin Bienvenida.
We're here in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. We take a look at our starting lineups for the Blue Eagles. Third Ebdane, Chris Urbina, TJ De Los Santos, Derek Domancas, and Chris Porter. As for UST, JB Lim, Lance Ronquillo, Sam Reyes, Koji Bataflor, and their star point guard in Doi Dumo. For referees for today's game, Molly DeLuna, Oliver Angeles, and Jaime Jimenez. Our 3 Musketeers. Once again, we thank you for watching us in the UAAP Varsity channel and Pilipinas Live. Jaime Escalon here with Renzo Subido. Well, Renzo, we're going to see a lot of energy in today's game for our last game because both teams coming off tough losses.
Right now in this ball game, the first 5 minutes would be really important. Whoever controls the tempo of the game would really have that big chance of getting that W here.
Because both teams like to run and gun. First 2 points coming for UST, but Chris Urbina, another quick point guard. You can tell by his face, he's a young guard along with Zib Espinas. But they have battled and they have showed a lot of heart here in Season 86 so far.
Yes, and so far in this ball game, both teams starting the game aggressively, attacking the basket strong. And right now, UST would really have a tough matchup with Porter, making sure he doesn't get those offensive rebounds.
Like you said, Chris Porter, this guy is a double-double machine. You begin to panic when you see Chris Porter not having a double-double.
Yes, he's a double-double machine, and you know that he's really gonna crash the boards, get those rebounds, and second chance points.
That time he makes 2 for 2. Ronquillo hands it off. Buenaflor attacks, was fouled by Chris Porter. How about this battle of the bigs? Koji Buenaflor, another double-double machine. He's a lengthy forward against a forward in Chris Porter who has that size advantage.
Oh yes, for him to really compete against Porter, he's gonna have to maximize his length and his agility.
Urbina leads into a quick cross. Porter, contested three-pointer. Ronquillo with a rebound. JB Lim, burst of speed. Emergency pass. Somehow found a way to give it to Reyes, who will be shooting 2 free throws.
And as you expect from Coach Manu's system, UST players would really look to push that ball and get a fast break opportunity and get a basket.
Sam Reyes at the line to shoot 2 free throws. He's a 28% free throw shooter. Coach Manu Inigo, in his first year, looking to put UST back in the Final Four. They did last year, but they lost in that semifinals round. JB Lim, such great hustle. He really just does the intangibles, this kid.
And that's a very special player to have in the team, making those sacrifices, banging his body inside, trying to get those loose balls, second opportunity to run another play.
Yan yung mga luxury players na kung kailangan mo ng energy, yan kasi si JB Lim, naturally nakaka-caffeine na yan eh. Hindi na yan nagkakape.
Ano yan eh, instincts na yan eh. And hindi natuturo yun.
Reyes will make his first free throw. Koji Buenaflor struggled a bit last game. Dumo, a recycled 14. Ronquillo thought twice. Dumo for 3. Can't knock it down. Domangas taps it away. It ends up with Ronquillo. Last second pass to Koji.
So far in this ball game, UST just being more aggressive than Ateneo.
They love crashing those offensive rebounds. Quick substitutions here. That's number 19, Troy de Guzman, checking in for Domangas. Buenaflor hands it off to Ronquillo. Shot clock reads 10. Dumo zips it inside. Koji won't get the midi, and Porter will get another rebound. Dane. Check that, that was de Guzman. He misses the three-pointer.
You could see there that how Porter really wanted to crack that board and get that offensive rebound. And as the game progresses, I think that's UST will have to really control that and put a body on him.
JB Lim trying to go for the bounce pass. In terms of pace, we're seeing a slower pace to start this ball game.
And I think that's what ATENEO wants. That's why they're playing a zone defense right now to slow the pace of a UST running.
Of course, UST is top in fast break points that time. But 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, they've been daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay with that three-pointer.
And that's what UST wants, a fast-paced ball game, a fast tempo. And you can see that was a great extra pass that led to a corner UST open three-point shot.
De Guzman to Urbina. Porter at the post has Koji on him. A baseline drive, trying to drop it home. But that's anticipated by UST. 𝔬𝔬 in transition. Doi. What a move there by 𝔬𝔬. No look pass. When the floor was not ready.
No, that was a great move. That was like a Jordan-like move. He could have made an open floater there instead of passing the ball. And as the game progresses, that's something he would really learn.
Urbina starts the play by sending it to De Los Santos. Ebdane, left side drive, picks up his dribble. Shot clock down to 8 for ATENEO. Two-man game on Urbina and Porter. Shot clock down to 4. Pocket pass, Porter with a hang time, and Porter with a putback.
ATENEO just being patient on that sequence, trying to move the ball, even with the shot clock down to 8 seconds, was able to still look for an open basket.
And the referees had to blow the whistle because 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, I believe, has a little blood. So Lance 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 will be taken out. And Kurt Velasquez, who we talked about in the pregame, had 11 points in the second half. You know, he played for Gilas, and we know he has a lot of firepower, talking about Kurt Velasquez.
And this is very helpful for his team, having that kind of experience.
With a floor for 3. JV Lin skying out of nowhere and gives UST another chance of things. 𝔬𝔬, straightaway 3, puts it in.
UST just being the more aggressive team right here in the opening quarter.
And that play would not have happened without JV Lin.
Yes, that was a good extra pass, looking for the best possible open three-pointer that led to that 𝔬𝔬 game 3.
Back in the 𝔑𝔬𝔪𝔢𝔰 Center, UST doubling the score of the Blue Eagles with close to 4 minutes. That has approached. We're seeing a lot of energy from UST to start this ball game. Similar to this trap right here. De Los Santos picks up his dribble and was caught with the travel.
And probably that is the game plan of UST to apply a full court zone pressure to make sure that they will disrupt the offensive flow of ATENEO.
When a floor tries from long distance, won't get the call. And a rebound for Ateneo now quickly. Puts it across court. We swing the ball to the left side, tried to give it to Porter. That results into a steal. Reyes running the break. Reyes was fouled. And will mean 2 free throws.
Again, Ateneo just have to do a better job on running back to the floor for defense.
You know, that's something that Ateneo has been practicing or trying to improve. Trying to give that entry pass to Chris Porter because Chris is always denied. But it's a skill to give that good entry pass.
Yes, and sometimes it's all about the patience, the composure. When you don't have that kind of angle, you have to give an extra pass for a better angle.
Reyes misses on his second free throw. A rebound by Guzman. Urbina almost trapped in the corner. Chris looking to find holes against this zone. They swing it to the left side, Lagdamin trying to drop it to Chris Porter.
You could see there the intention. The intention was good to give the ball to Porter. The execution was just there, yes.
It's usually the execution that you have to practice and master, which is the whole point of the juniors division, really.
Yeah, and you get that with lots of reps and practices.
JB Lim kicks it out. Dumo, another 3. That time airmail, but the ball will remain with the Tiger Cubs.
And you can see Coach Manu really giving his boys some confidence. Even with a short shot like that, he's still keep shooting.
Velasquez will trigger from the baseline. Dumo asking for a screen. Nice turnaround there. Shot clock reads 4. Dumo to Lim to beat the buzzer. And shot clock will expire. Nice defensive stand there for Ateneo. Yung disiplina na kailangan ng all 24 seconds.
That's very important. Making sure in the last 5 seconds remaining the shot clock, you don't reach in and commit a foul.
That's Mikey Ong checking in. Ong to Zim Espinas, has not scored yet in this game. Ong floats it up and puts it in.
Ateneo doing a great job moving the ball, making those extra passes that led to an open floor.
Velasquez calls out a play. Carl Banding to Ludovice. Dumo to Manding. He decides to drive. He decides to float it, and Porter was there to disrupt.
Again, Ateneo doing a great job defending the UST play.
Urbina with the 2+1 special.
And this is what Ateneo has been doing. They make a defensive stop on the other end, and the other end, they make a basket like this and an end one.
Check that. That was Lance Lagdamin. The basket and 1.
And that's what Ateneo is actually trying to do right now, to slow the game down by playing zone defense, slowing the pace of UST, trying to make defensive stops, getting those rebounds, and then run on the other side.
That's something Ateneo has been comfortable with. That's a good point, Renzo. Here in round number 1. They cut this lead down to 1. Less than 4 minutes remaining in our opening chapter. Velasquez utilizes the screen. In and out on the 3. The go-ahead pass. Porter can't get the touchdown.
Oh, what a good lead pass. Porter just couldn't make the basket.
Buxit with a 1-2 step. Ludovice for 3. And Porter secures another rebound. Three-pointer, that is good for Trinidad.
Again, Ateneo playing good basketball, being being patient on the offensive end.
Loreto will reverse it. 𝔬𝔞𝔫𝔦𝔫. Looks at the time, sees 7. Manding has it at center court. Ludovice receives a switch. Wacky, ball fake, double clutching. Tough shot. And Manding with a cleanup job. I believe there's a foul as well.
UST doing a great job attacking that basket that led to that offensive rebound and a basket.
Usually tawag sa ganun, mamaw move eh. Mamaw rebound.
Oh, yes. And just like what you said earlier, it's an instinct. You know where the ball will drop and you're there at the right time, at the right place.
Or pwede rin may magnet lang talaga siya sa kamay niya.
Oh, pwede.
Offensive rebounds has been going to the side of UST in this game. That time, this is the free throw. We are deadlocked at 13. Velasquez between his legs launches a 3. That one is pure.
That was a great three-point shot coming off a pick and roll.
And it's crazy, Renzo, how fast. You could be struggling one game, averaging 5.5 points per game, and then he confidently makes that shot. It takes one game to really change your confidence, eh, no?
Yes, and for sure it talks a lot about it, their coaches, making sure that their player doesn't lose that kind of confidence, whether you have a bad game or not. But as long as you know that the coach has confidence in you, you're still gonna play well.
And that pass has confidence written all over it. That's 5 straight points care of Kurt Velasquez. And Chris Porter, that time a patient move.
Both teams answering each other's baskets. The pace of the game is starting to end there.
After a slow start for both of these teams, 𝔬𝔞𝔫 from the free throw line. That rattles in.
Both teams not being able to make defensive stops. Maybe it's just better offense there.
Lagdamen, in and out dribble. No look pass. They find Porter who has the steal.
I think that was the first play in the game where Chris Porter got a pass inside the paint.
But how about this nice fall away from Charles 𝔬𝔞𝔫?
Not everyone could really do that in this level, and just like what I said, game really evolved that much already.
You used to wear a UST jersey, so gusto ko niya pakitaan din na kaya niya yung mga subido-like moves.
Kaya. Dagdagan mo lang konting step back.
Tinuruan mo no? Porter misses his first free throw. Yeah, talking about Chris Porter, like you said, that's the cleanest look he's had off a entry pass.
Yes, because so far in the previous sequences, previous plays, he hasn't been really getting the ball.
Now a 3-point lead for UST. Buenaflor. Little too excited on the attack. He was caught with a travel.
Yeah, Buenaflor trying to really do a bit too much, but it's better if he already did his job. He just have to make a better decision making an extra passes.
Lagdamen orchestrating the offense. Awaits a two-pass screen. Velasquez almost getting the steal. And it's 𝔬𝔞𝔫 who completes it. Kurt, rip-through move. Manding. No good on the mid-ranger. Less than a minute remaining. Lagdamen with a burst of speed. Lagdamen showing us the Euro step.
What a move by him.
And Ludovice looking to get crafty with a shot, everything but the conversion.
So far in the past 2 possessions by ATENEO, they were able to make good defensive stops that led to two offensive 8 baskets.
Mikey All trying to lob it to Zip Espinas. Ludovice running the floor, no look pass. 𝔬𝔞𝔫 for 3. This is the pace you were talking about. The classic juniors division, high-octane basketball. How about this move?
There you can see the famous years that everyone, all the players in the Philippines and the world really been using.
Full-court press implemented by UST. 6 seconds left on the game clock. 𝔢𝔤𝔫𝔦𝔰 with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. How about this kid? He is fearless when he attacks.
And that, yes, definitely, and he's been really making plays for ATENEO in the past few days.
Alam na rin paano gamitin yung shifting gears eh, no?
Yeah, and very important for you to, you know you're fast, but it's also important how you change your pace. I mean, a player who could change his pace at the right time is very hard to defend.
Are you talking about yourself or 𝔢𝔤𝔫𝔦𝔰? 𝔢𝔤𝔫𝔦𝔰. Who now has 8 points. Make that, oh no, just 8 points, but 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 tried to go for the cleanup. And we are back to square one after 10 minutes of play. After a slow start from both of these teams, they have ramped it up at the end of the first quarter. Talk to us about that first quarter, Renzo.
You know, it was a high-octane ball game. ATENEO trying to slow the pace down for UST, but UST just kept going, and kept making.
ATENEO tying things up to end the first quarter. All thanks to 𝔢𝔤𝔫𝔦𝔰, who now has 8 points. He's only averaging 5 points per game, but he has stepped up immensely here in chapter number 1.
That's a good thing with this ATENEO team. Anyone could step up at any point of the game.
We spray it outside. 𝔐𝔤𝔫𝔦𝔰 from the corner.
That was good ball movement coming up a pick and roll, a kick out, and then going to an extra corner pass for an open three.
He is 2 for 2 now. Third 𝔐𝔤𝔫𝔦𝔰 with 6 points. 𝔐𝔫𝔫𝔦𝔱 in the meantime hands it off to Lim. JB sends it to the post. Koji with a spin around, and when the floor finishes off the glass.
That was a great move, making that drop step and a power move to the basket.
𝔐𝔤𝔫𝔦𝔰 will send it back out. Urbina will organize this offense. Two-man game with Ziv. Chris kicks it out. Mikey 0 for 3. Can't knock it down, and look at that rebound.
ATENEO doing a great job being patient, looking for those extra passes and an open basket.
Buksit. The kick out to Lim. He decides to drive baseline, but that results into a turnover.
Sometimes in this level of basketball in the juniors division, it's all about being fast, but at the same time controlled.
organized chaos minsan yan. Something that you mastered under Coach Alden.
Yes, yes, that's how you control the tempo.
Natin, medyo nang-igil yung Ateneo guards. Two pass will be checked out. And Porter will be sent back in. Now a 1-point lead for the Blue Eagles. Horns play for UST. Koji faces up. Ronquillo looking for cutters. Lands to Charles, goes behind his back, books it. Difficult shot. Another great defensive stop there for Ateneo.
Yes, probably also not the shot you want UST taking coming off a flex play.
It ends up on the hands of Ronquillo. How about that mid-ranger?
Mid-range. Those kind of mid-range wins a lot of games.
He is the shortest guy on the court, and we could not be nothing but proud of him for representing the short kings.
You know what they say, height is might.
Urbina to Porter, shot clock reads 5. Dane, to beat the buzzer, gives them a recycled 14, and a foul is called on UST.
USC trying to be a little too aggressive there. But that's what you want to see from your players. Become aggressive, be consistent, just have the discipline not to reach and commit that foul.
De Los Santos will re-enter. Ronquillo, he will be sent out. He has 5 points. He's leading the way for UST.
And so far in the UST, the offensive attack is well balanced.
How about that play? Rejected by Reyes. Buenaflor running the break. Koji like a train, but Dane hyped up about getting that offensive rebound. Or offensive foul, rather.
That's a great way to really put your body there to get that offensive foul. And here with Ateneo, just really making a good play for the better defensive play on the USC end.
Both teams showcasing what defense is all about in two different ways. Urbina telling his teammates where to go. Porter has 6 seconds to score. Chris bulldozing himself inside, but Buenaflor's length, that is the length you were talking about.
So far in the past few sequences, teams showing good defense.
Velasquez, early screen from Reyes, another screen from Koji. Nice ball denial there. Doy Dumo finally receives it. Two-man game with Buenaflor. Dumo to the corner. JB Lim puts it in.
Oh, that was a good extra pass to the corner. So far in this game, both teams have been shooting from those corner threes.
De Los Santos double clutching. How impressed are you with the ball movement of UST when they run that flex action?
Well, when you run that flex action, it gives an opportunity for both your bigs and your guards to have that open shot. It's just a matter of the decision making, whoever gets the ball, who's gonna pass it to.
This time they go to Velasquez. He misses the perimeter shot.
Yes, and USC so far has been really getting those perimeter shots open, and they've already made a couple of it.
They do have 4 3-pointers here in the first half. How about this big guy entering for the first time, Bricks Versosa. You know, he was an internet sensation.
Really?
Yes. During the pandemic, someone took a picture of him and sumikat siya online. Then he got recruited to the UAAP.
Well, sometimes God really has plans for you.
I mean, iba na talaga pag may social media no?
Oo, minsan doon ka na nade-discover no? Hindi mo alam na bukas pala basketball player ka na.
𝔬𝔬𝔰𝔰 standing at 6'8", 6'9", one of the tallest players here in the juniors division.
And this is a good experience for him to really improve in his game and really work on it.
And why do you think he was subbed in by Coach Manu here? So first we take a look at that last sequence. Referees are reviewing who got the last touch. Manding of UST, or check that, Reyes of UST. He has been everywhere here in this game.
Well, you can see that that's what the coaches want from him. That aggressiveness on both ends, the offensive side and the defensive side. Trying to really disrupt the tempo of Ateneo's game.
Because Ateneo really relies on their tempo when they score.
Minsan nakakasira yun eh, yung mga kontra-tempo na players eh.
Full court press being utilized by USD. They complete the steal. Velasquez to Dungo from the corner. Rattles in but rattles out. Ateneo looking to counter. Lagdamen to Ebdane. Back to Lance. Now to Porter. Great ball movement for Ateneo. Everything but the shot. And Versosa towering for that rebound.
That is his role. That's why he was put in by Coach Manu to really control those boards and for more chance for UST to run the floor.
Velasquez with a hezzy and floats it up right straight the glass.
Oh, what a gutsy move by UST.
De Los Santos chases for the leather, awaits for teammates, gives it to his point guard. UST has shifted to a 2-3 zone now, but Porter says no problem.
No problem. Better, good defense, better offense.
That was against a 6'8" guy.
Yeah,
shot.
Probably Porter says it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make this shot.
Reyes fakes the handoff. Sam. Porter was there for the block.
Porter was just all over the place on the offensive side and making that defensive block right there.
More than halfway done here in the second quarter. A two-possession ball game in favor of UST. Porter at the free throw line. He faces up. He spins away. And he gets the bounce.
That was a good move. If you're Porter facing against a bigger guy, that's a good move.
Let's break down this last move. How about this move, Renzo?
Yeah, he was just patient enough. He got the ball, triple threat, face basket, and then just he just spun and made those shots.
4 straight points for Chris Porter. They trimmed this lead down to 2, 29-27. Cubs clinging to a 2-point lead. Chris Porter with back-to-back baskets. How about Kurt Velasquez with 5 points now? He has really found his confidence in the past 2 games.
Yes, and when you have those games, you could really carry it onto the next one.
Especially nagawa niya lahat ng 11 points niya sa second half in their previous game.
Yes, that's a very big confidence booster.
Velasquez, couple of jab steps. Pocket pass to Buena floor. Beautiful teamwork for UST.
And that was a good pick and roll sequence by Velasco and a good pocket pass to his big man. When you see your big man giving that kind of screen, you have to reward him.
Velasquez calling out a horns play here. Here's that offense you were talking about, those offensive sets of Coach Manu. 𝔬𝔬𝔫𝔤 will give it to the right side. 𝔬𝔬 looking to dance with 𝔬𝔬𝔫. 𝔬𝔬 sneaking in. Buena floor with the slam.
What a move! A couple of good moves that led to that extra pass and a jam.
Between 10 out of 10, that play was an 11 out of 10. Talk to me about that last play.
Oh, it speaks a lot of patience with these guys, especially with the shot clock running down and still able to look for that open pass and a jam right there.
We have to thank Coach Buena floor for slamming it home. They now have a 6-point lead with 3:04 remaining in the second quarter.
Watching him play, and probably that's what he's been teaching his guards here in USC, to use the screen, reward your big, but when you're open, take that shot no matter what.
We'll see how ATENEO responds off that timeout. Espinas looking to go for the back door. 𝔬𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔫 behind the back. Porter squares up for 3. Nothing is hit on that attempt.
And so far, 𝔬𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔫 has been stuck to 8 points, hasn't scored any basket yet.
Velasquez starts the play by sending it off to Koji. Buena floor will give it to 𝔬𝔬𝔫𝔤 for the catch and shoot. Package delivered.
And so far, that flex action has been really working wonders for UST, getting those open threes, open perimeters, and those driving lanes.
𝔬𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔬 looking to be aggressive here. 3-pointer is good.
Wow, you could see the presence of mind from Porter, getting that offensive rebound and a quick kick out to the corner for an open 3.
And that time he leaped to get a defensive rebound. 𝔬𝔬𝔫𝔦 running the break. Lance goes to his strong side. Bounce pass to Espinas. Ziv was not looking at the rim. Transition attack for UST. 𝔬𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔬, another 3-pointer. That time too strong. Less than 2 minutes remaining here in chapter number 2. A 5-point advantage for the Tiger Cubs. Espinas wanting it at the post. No angle to give that pass. And a 3-second call. This is what we were talking about, Renzo. Itong flow ng ATENEO. Mabilis na wawala eh.
Yes, and the effect of USD's pressure defense when they apply a full court defense, making sure the time for ATENEO to execute a play is limited.
But you know, they have some, talking about Ateneo, they have threats in the post. Because Espinas and Porter have been asking for it non-stop.
Yes, the thing is, for you to really give up a nice pass inside, you have to keep moving the ball, and as long as along the way, that's the time you get an extra pass to the post. Just like right there.
Right on cue again,
Right on
Porter.
cue. See, that came off a good execution, good ball movement, and that's the only time you give an open pass to your bigs.
Let's take a look at that one more time. 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔦 using the patience. Perfect pass to Porter. Ganda rin ang fake loose. More importantly, they trimmed this lead down to 3 with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in the first half. Screens with another all-around game with 3 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He really does a little bit of everything here for UST, talking about 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬
he knows how to manufacture and set up his teammates as well.
Velasquez was looking to give it to Lodovice, but ball denial was there. Manding to Buenaflor. Can't get the short corner jumper. And a chance here for Ateneo to trim this lead or tie this ball game up. Lagdamin to Espinas, trying to go for the high-low. He sent it to the left side, another three-pointer. And that time no good for Madranca.
That was a well-executed play, a horns play that led to an open shot.
Dumo to Buenaflor for three, and he splashes it through.
That sequence ended very well for UST that led to an open three.
Espinas, this will not count. And Coach Mano Indigo applauding his team as they end that quarter with a 6-point lead thanks to that Koji Buenaflor three-pointer. But summarize that second quarter for us. Great offensive showing for UST.
Oh yes, you know, UST was just relentless in attacking that basket, making those extra passes, making the basket strong, while Ateneo was just really executing well at some point of the game. That's why the score right now is 32-32.
We've seen Ronquillo make those outside jumpers, and of course Chris Porter has been going to work now with 12 points and 8 rebounds, another double-double alert. At the end of the day, it's Koji Buenaflor leading UST with 11 points and 3 rebounds. Like my partner said, UST's offense in full display.
Yes, it's a high-octane team. They're going to look to run the game.
We'll give you our halftime analysis when we return here on Pilipinas Live. At the end of 20 minutes of play, a 6-point lead for UST, who has been firing at all cylinders here early on. I'm Escalon with Renzo Subido. Renzo, your thoughts on that first half based on the statistics that you chose?
Well, as you could see there, the fast break points has been really going well for Ateneo with 4 points, with UST just getting 1. And UST is really doing a great job running the floor though. And points in the paint with 16 and 10. And the perimeter points was just really going well for UST with 25 and 11.
So we're seeing the strengths that Ateneo really likes to go inside to Porter, to 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰, and UST a guard-laden team. But how about this guy here, 𝔬𝔤𝔤𝔬𝔬𝔬 and Porter doing the damage for Ateneo.
Oh yes, he already scored a couple of baskets with 8 points, and when things wasn't really going well for Ateneo, 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔬𝔬 was there.
And Alan's scoring. You know, 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 is having the time of his life because his guards are making it easy for him to score.
Yes, when you're playing when you're a big, all your points mostly would come from your guards giving you that assist.
As we take a look at our leading scorers, we talked about Porter and 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 at the pregame, that matchup. Well, they are leading here in today's ball game. Lance 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔬𝔬 8 points all in the first quarter. And Velasquez and ronquillo, they have found their range here. With 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 making back-to-back 3-pointers. Let's talk adjustments, Renzo. What do you think are going to be the adjustments here for Ateneo's side of things first, since they are the ones trailing by 6?
Well, Ateneo just really have to have a better offensive execution. They're doing a great job on the defensive end, but they just couldn't really execute well. All the passes they were giving inside were all being disrupted by the UST defense. And then while UST, they just have to keep running the floor, keep doing what they're doing, and just be consistent with it.
We welcome you to the third quarter. Live here in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Thank you for joining us on Pilipinas Live and the UAAP Varsity Channel. Dumo, ronquillo, 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 on a track race, and Lance goes all the way.
Here, 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 really starting it off for Ateneo with that open layup.
Back-to-back turnovers for UST to start the third quarter.
Yeah, so far, Ateneo is also known with a good third quarter.
𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔬𝔬, two-man game with Porter. Porter tried to dive for it, but it will be UST possession.
And that's what you want to see from your leader of the team, with Porter really diving for that loose ball and making sure his teammates see that I'm doing whatever I can to win this game.
Duo. Stretched out to the right side, shot clock reads 9. ronquillo will use the floor screen. Free throw line jumper will go. Porter with another rebound.
And Ateneo making a couple of good stops. And now it's all about how they're going to execute well on the offensive side.
Backdoor action, everything but the layup for Ateneo.
And that was a good read with the backdoor, just couldn't really convert on the basket.
ronquillo settling his teammates. Dumo, guarded by 𝔘𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 him the three. Knocks it down.
And good decision from 𝔬𝔬𝔪, really taking what the defense is giving him, icing the ball screen, driving it to the baseline, and then kick out to the corner for an open three.
The mini won't bite for Madranka. 𝔬𝔬𝔪 to Lim, heat check. Can't make it back to back. Porter snatches. Lagdamen running, lands, fakes. Drops it to Espinas, who was fouled on the attack.
And what a way for Lagdamen to push the ball with UST still trying to go back for the defense. here, as you can see, that was a good play by 𝔬𝔬𝔪, an extra pass that led to a good 3-point corner shot.
Their sixth triple of this ball game. 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔦𝔱 at the line. He's someone who we have not talked about pretty much this game. Still scoreless after a 16-point performance in their last time out.
Yeah, so far he's been quiet in this game, but you could see the trust that the coaches are giving him.
Tsaka babyface pa rin si 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔦𝔱, no?
Yeah.
At 15 years old.
And you know, anytime in this ball game, he could explode with like a 10-0 run.
𝔬𝔬𝔪. The bounce pass to the floor. He rolls inside, tries to get the putback. Another 14, 3-point launched.
A great adjustment by ATENEO on the defensive side, trying to really disrupt that pick and roll by UST.
I believe 𝔬𝔤𝔞𝔪𝔢 has garnered the respect of JB Lim with that pressure defense.
Yes, right now, 𝔬𝔤𝔞𝔪𝔢 really doing a tremendous job anchoring this game, being a point guard that he is, with 10 points and 5 assists already in the third period.
𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢 from deep. Won't hit rim. 𝔬𝔬𝔪 rushes down court. Doi hesitates and was fouled by De Los Santos.
You know, 𝔬𝔬𝔪 has really been showing those moves in this game. You can see he's a baller.
He has a bag of moves.
He does, he really does.
Ikaw dati, suitcase of moves.
Suitcase of moves.
𝔬𝔬𝔪 can't connect on the three-pointer. De Los Santos, fast break opportunity. 2+1 special for the Blue Eagles.
And what a way for 𝔬𝔤𝔞𝔪𝔢 to make that decision, to make that forward pass that led to an ATENEO basket and a foul. And another chance for them to earn an extra point on the line.
There's that lefty-to-lefty connection. De Los Santos, he tripped to the line. That was his first 2 points of this ball game.
Right now, ATENEO is really starting to get their groove, their flow of the game.
Ronquillo to 𝔬𝔬𝔪 off the pop out, catch and fire 3. Porter grabs his 11th rebound of the game. 𝔬𝔤𝔫𝔦𝔱, tough shot. 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔦𝔱 was blocked on the putback. A rush for the leather. It will be ATENEO basketball. Chris Porter has been hustling to get those loose balls here, Renzo.
Yes, he's been doing everything he can. Porter is a do-it-all guy. Not just getting points and rebounds, but also doing the intangibles for ATENEO.
The referees will review that last sequence. There are just things that you can't teach. And that's just one of them. Sprinting for the basketball, diving for the loose balls. Instinct din eh. Take a look at this.
Instinct yan, instinct. I mean, kung aggressive ka, you wanna win, it goes normally with you.
The biggest guy on the court against the smallest guy on the court, rushing for one basketball. It will be changed to UST possession.
Yes, and right now, I just want to point out, 𝔬𝔬𝔪 with 1 of 7, which is 14% shooting, but he's been contributing a lot on the rebound with 9 and 5 assists already.
He is their leading assist man. Talking about the Tiger Cubs. 4 minutes has approached, a 4-point lead for UST. Ronquillo to Lim. JB with the shot fake. Turnaround, fall away. Gets the bounce.
That was a good stop and turnaround shot from UST side.
𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔫 feeds it to Espinas. De Los Santos utilizes the screen, sneaking his way inside for the layup.
A good way to really utilize that ball screen. A good set ball screen that led to an open drive for ATENEO.
Buenaflor, he made a 3 earlier. Different result this time. Lagdamen, outlet pass. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔫 will receive. Lagdamen and Porter working a 2-man game. Lands for 3. Porter, look at him hustle for those loose balls once again. Espinas for 3, and he knocks it down.
Again, Porter just really going for those loose balls and trying to make another possession for ATENEO that led to an Espinas open 3 basket.
And don't look now, it's just a 1-point lead for UST. A change of energy. This type of energy right here, it's contagious, right?
It is, and it helps a lot, bringing you better tempo, better pace, and feel of the game.
Chris Porter has been impressive here. Couple of substitutions for Coach Manu. They are losing the quarter, set 10-5.
As you can see, Porter already has 12 points and 12 rebounds in the game.
Velasquez, corner triple won't bite, but the ball will remain with the yellow shirts. Urbina and De Guzman in, Porter and Lagdamen out. Velasquez will trigger from the baseline. Kurt gives it off to Manding. Hooks it. Has 10 seconds to make a basket. Charles uses the Esteban screen. He drives to his strong side. Offhand layup. No connection there.
ATENEO really doing a great job on the defensive end, and you can see there was an adjustment there with how they handled the ball screens of USD, icing the ball screen, taking them away the ball screen. That's just really making it hard for the USD guards to operate.
That time, TJ De Los Santos medyo nanggigil. He gets an offensive foul as his team is trailing by 1. Manding goes for the crossover. Strong, aggressive attack will put him at the line to shoot 2 free throws.
And that's what you want from the USC side, to consistently attack the basket strong, that could really give them an opportunity to earn their points from the line.
Manding will be shooting his second and third free throw.
Yes, and with the way USD is really attacking the basket, right now ATENEO is already in a penalty situation. So the question now is, how will USD be able to maximize that penalty situation with still 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter?
That's something that ATENEO has had a trouble with this entire season. Those foul troubles. It happened last game where Chris Porter had to be sat out majority of the fourth quarter because of 4 personal fouls. So that's something that they're trying to figure out as well.
Well, in this ball game, as the game progresses, you can see that ATENEO is really having a hard time containing their man individually, but in terms of their team defense, it's already there. They're doing a good job with it.
Espinas to 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔬 from the corner. We've seen multiple in and out baskets here in this game.
And there you just could see the aggressiveness and the determination from Espinas. That's why right now they're earning another chance to execute a good baseline play.
That time it was Espinas who was able to fish for a foul. And Dane to 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, met up top, says not in my house. Ludovice. A quick pass to Velasquez, back to Wacky, and they will optimize some patience here. Wacky to Velasquez, Kurt, a step inside. Ludovice with 9 seconds. Another stop there for Ateneo, really sliding their feet.
Yes, Ludovice was just rattled there, wasn't patient enough to really make sure his feet are stable before making the move.
And Mikey Ong gets called with the offensive foul. You know, Charles Esteban, he wasn't called for the block, but he's always there when someone attacks.
And yes, that's what you want there, like your player to be there to disrupt those attacks.
Manding, great decision to drive that straight to the cup.
Yeah, no, a good way to attack the basket, knowing he has a slower defender in front of him.
Almost a steal from Ludovice. 5-on-4 now for Ateneo. Urbina to Ong from the corner, puts it in.
Ateneo so far doing a great job looking for those open baskets.
That shot was too much. 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢 trying to go for the cleanup. A chance for Ateneo to take the lead as we approach our 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, Dane to Ong, back to 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 with a spin. And there's that wall of España towering over the bigs of Ateneo.
Yes, both teams really showing tremendous defensive stuff, making good stops defensively, and right now it's a talk about who's gonna execute better on the offensive side.
Well, so far this quarter, it's been the Blue Eagles executing. 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢 was stripped, but 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 caught the hand. So that will be foul on Troy 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, which will mean a trip to the line for Charles 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢.
And that's what you want UST to keep doing, to keep attacking the basket aggressively, to really maximize that penalty situation.
Renzo, what did Ateneo do differently here? They've limited UST to just 9 points in quarter number 3.
Right in the third quarter, they were able to adjust on the pick and roll defense. In the first half, UST really did a great job on operating on the pick and roll, making those pocket passes, those mid-range jumpers, and now Ateneo just really did a great job eliminating that pick and roll.
Great in-game adjustments for Coach Rich Varilla here in the second half. But they still are trailing by 3 points. Urbina gets it safely across court. Chris will give it to Lagdamin. Another horns play for the Blue Eagles, lands on the spin. Met by a triple team, shot clock down to 3. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 with 1 second to shoot, and the bailout shot will be misfired.
You know, in this third quarter, Lagdamin being a vital part of this Ateneo surge in the third quarter.
It's Ateneo's turn to put on a full court press. 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢 finger roll layup. Porter had a rebound and Chris was fouled by 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢. That's a frustration foul right there.
Definitely was. And now both teams are in a penalty. So it's about Ateneo now how they're gonna take advantage of their height and their bigs inside the paint.
Chris Porter already with a double-double with 12 points, 12 rebounds. But what we've been talking about more for Chris Porter has been his hustle, things you can't see on the stat line.
Yes, definitely, because his points and his rebounds are already there. I mean, it's already given, but he's been doing those extras, diving for the loose balls, trying to get those intangibles going.
Manding. Hang time move. Won't put it in. Lagdamin to Mikey Ong. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 for the lead. A fight for the rebound inside the shaded area. I believe Chris Porter won that battle as Esteban will be caught with a personal.
And that's the thing, when you have a good point guard that could really control the tempo of the game, sometimes it could lead to that foul that led to a Porter free throw. Because everyone is ready, everyone's in the right place at the right time in their spots. So everyone's ready to get those rebounds every time someone takes a shot from outside.
Chris Porter now with his second free throw. He goes back-to-back. We'll get a quick breather here as Espinas checks in. Buenaflor also checks in.
See, so far Porter with 15 points and 15 rebounds with Lagdamin leading the assists side with 7 assists.
More importantly, they have tied this game up at 48 after trailing by 6 going into the third quarter. In the meantime, Ludovice drops it home. Koji Buenaflor misses from point blank.
Oh, that was a good draw pass by Ludovice. Just couldn't convert the basket right there.
A chance for the Blue Eagles to take the lead. They have not tasted it since the first quarter. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, a 3-second call. Zib Espinas hanging around too long inside the paint.
He knows that it's a penalty situation. That's why he stayed there too long.
Laser pass to Esteban. Couldn't get a handle. Velasquez for 3. It's far to the right of the rim. 3 seconds left on the game clock. 2 seconds. Urbina. He made a half-court shot in their last game, so that looked good. We ended quarter number 1 with a deadlock. We are going to end quarter number 3 with a deadlock at 48. How about that quarter for you from ATENEO?
The ATENEO just did a better job on the defensive side, controlling the pick and roll of UST and controlling their pace and running the floor.
How about the offense of ATENEO in this quarter? It started with getting those loose balls.
Yeah, definitely, and it all started with Porter. He showed his teammates that this is what I'm willing to do, and you guys just have to keep going.
Well, leading by example, Chris Porter. We bring you the fourth and final chapter in the Phil Eco Oil Center, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 𝔑𝔞𝔦𝔰 at the mic with Renzo Subido, watching a game that is tied at 48. Quarter scoring there, UST limited to their worst offensive quarter so far.
Yes, ATENEO just did a better job in the third quarter. That's why they outscored them from 16 to 10.
𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 not wasting any time, but misses the layup. Urbina looking to maximize the time. Chris will use the Porter screen. Shot clock down to 7. On for the lead. Bottoms!
Again, it came from a good defensive stop, and they were really looking to run the floor. Just couldn't see the numbers. They were just patient enough that led to an open three-point shot.
The three-pointers have been falling for ATENEO here in the second half. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, jump pass, Buena Flor, can't finish.
Hey, that was a good pick and roll sequence. It is the bread and butter of USD. They just have to convert.
Porter will try from deep. 𝔍𝔬𝔭 stretches for the rebound. Doi looking down court. The early screen from Reyes. He receives a switch. 𝔍𝔬𝔭 for 3. Great contest there from Espinas.
Oh, 𝔍𝔬𝔭 so far struggling in this game. It's just 1 of 8 in the field goals with 12%.
Espinas going to work. Ziv once again, tough shot. It ends up on the hands of Ludovice, who gives it to 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢. Numbers for UST. Buena Flor had bad intentions for that rim. But the action continues here. High octane fourth quarter. 2 minutes has gone by. Urbina was looking to give it to Porter. Ong, bounce pass. Porter with the attack. Porter with the putback. And Porter will refuse to give up on the play.
Oh, Porter has been showing all heart in this ball game. Manning all part of this game. Rebounds.
17 points, 19 rebounds. And the intangibles working on the way for Chris Porter. They now have a 5-point lead with 2 minutes, 20 seconds approach in the fourth. 𝔍𝔬𝔪, JB Lim, and the UST Tiger Cubs down by 5. They've been leading pretty much all the way leading to the end of the third quarter, but that rebounding story, as you said, Renzo, they have not been able to run here. And they're missing those types of shots in their half-court sets.
Yes, right now in the fourth quarter, actually in the whole second half, ATENEO has been really more aggressive compared in this first half.
This is one thing that JB Lim does best. Whenever you need someone to attack or to score, he usually likes the responsibility, as he will be shooting 2 free throws.
And sometimes if you're Coach Manu, when nothing is really going well for your team, you're really gonna look for a player in your bench who could really change the pace there.
JB Lim goes 1 for 2. That's Carl Manding checking in for Sam Reyes. As well as Kurt Velasquez re-entering the ball game. They are now trailing by 2 possessions, the Tiger Cubs. Madranka, Toong, back to Madranka, thought twice before taking the shot. Lagdamen spaces out the left side. Lance will give it to Mikey. Shot clock reads 4. 3-pointer, that one is good for Madranka.
Oh, what a sequence for Ateneo. Again, it all started with Lagdamen manning the team, making sure the ball goes to their best possible shot.
Buenaflor to Lim to answer. Refreshed 14. Dungo floats it up, but was fouled before taking that shot. How about the 3-pointers? They have let it fly, and it has been going in for Ateneo.
Yes, Ateneo has been really doing a great job on attacking, moving the ball, and looking for the best possible shot. There it is.
7 3-pointers now for the Blue Eagles. They have a 7-point lead. Velasquez, elbow jumper.
Again, those elbow jumpers, those mid-range is what made UST lead in the first half.
Let's take a look at that one more time. Finding his stroke now with 7 points.
The pick and roll there is the bread and butter of UST, and it was a well screen set by Buenaflor there.
Itong si Chris Porter, sabi ni Coach, take 2 deep breaths tapos balik ka na. Kasi kailangan ka sa ball.
Kailangan. At saka condition naman. Tingnan mo naman yung bata. Ang laki.
Lagdamen. Ball pressure applied from JB Lim. Espinas back to Lance. He decides to drive baseline. He uses his right hand to get the shot to go.
That was a smart move. No, he knows that UST was expecting him to use a ball screen, just really then use it and drove to the baseline for an open layup.
Dungo was trying to feed it inside to Buenaflor, but another foul is called. You know, we talk a lot about the bigs of Ateneo. In the pregame, we were talking about the bigs. But Lance Lagdamen, in today's game, we have to talk about him. 12 points and 7 assists.
Lagdamen is really anchoring this Ateneo team in this game. Porter is a given, but Lagdamen is the X factor.
Sidestep from Manding. He was fouled by the bump of Chris Porter. This will mean 2 free throws.
Again, Ateneo having troubles on the defensive end. And with still 5 minutes and 40 remaining, they're already about to enter a penalty situation.
Something that they had a hard time with in the 3rd quarter as well.
Well, sometimes it speaks well of them because you know that they're aggressive, they want to win, they want to make stops. It's just how they execute those defensive individually.
And if you're Ateneo, you're coming off a close game against FEU where they lost that by 2 points. We'll see if that was a learning experience for them. They're now clinging to a 6-point lead. Lagdamen to Urbina. Porter back to Chris. Urbina for 3, and everybody is knocking down their 3-pointers. And another foul, and the Ateneo bench could not believe it.
Oh, that was a good read from Ateneo. The man of Urbina went under and made him a space to take that open 3.
Confidence is contagious, as you see here for Ateneo.
It definitely is. If one player in your team is confident in taking those shots, everyone's gonna get that kind of confidence. So,
Kaya pala yung UST dati, yung nag-championship kayo, never nawalan ng confidence. Ang dami na masyado sa isang player eh.
oo, maapaw yun sa akin, sinasalo nila eh.
In the meantime, a 9-point lead for Ateneo, 5:16 remaining. UST held down to 4 points. They have only scored 14 points here so far in the second half.
Well, it speaks well of how well Ateneo adjusted in this second half defensively. And they just really made stops after stops after stops.
Manding will go 1 for 2. 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔰, he has been the main character of this ballgame. Lands to 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔰 from the corner. Espinas fighting for another chance, and Porter with a clean-up job.
Again, Espinas there trying to crash the board, and Porter as well, that led to that open basket underneath.
𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔰 with great ball denial. Ronquillo wants a screen from Koji. Dungo with a little jab step. 4 seconds to shoot. 2 seconds to shoot. That's another stop for the Blue Eagles.
Ateneo is just really switching off on everyone, trying to make it hard for UST to look for an open basket.
Ano kaya sinabi ni Coach Rich sa halftime na defense has been phenomenal here in the second half?
Baka sabi ni Coach, manalo kayo today, galingan nyo, wala kayong practice bukas.
Usually yun talaga yun.
Oo, ganun talaga eh.
Espinas, right down the lane. Espinas misses the layup.
Well, that was a good move, just couldn't convert the basket.
Ludovice to JB. Lim, two-man game with Koji. Back to Ludovice, he fires a three. And Urbina was caught right in front of the referees.
Again, this is something that UST could really utilize. Trying to get inside the paint, maximizing that penalty situation, and trying to come back in this game.
This has been the silver lining for UST, getting to that free throw strike. But a timeout will be called from Ateneo. They have a 10-point lead with 4:05 remaining here in the 4th and 5. UST has 4:05 left to make a run. But something that they could adjust here, Renzo. It's not the half they were looking for, limited to 15 points, but still a lot of time in the 4th quarter.
Yes, with enough time, they could start on defense, making sure that Ateneo is not being able to have their flow on offense, disrupting their execution, making one stop and then execute on the offensive side, and really utilizing that penalty situation.
Because Ateneo is in the penalty. 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔰 was held down by Lim. 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔰 has been calm, cool, and composed against this press of UST. And as you said, he knows how to not only break the press, but control the tempo.
Yeah, definitely. When you have a guard like 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔰 and a center like Porter, everything is going to be alright with a team like.
Ang ganda ng pagkasabi mo na everything's gonna be alright. Nakakalma. In the meantime, 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔰.
And it shows, when your guard is composed, everyone in the team is going to be composed.
Lim with a quick first step. Had no one to pass it to. How about this move from TJ De Los Santos? De Los Santos, skying out of nowhere. Urbina Emergency pass to 𝔐𝔤𝔪𝔢𝔰, who's double teamed. Breaks away. 𝔬𝔤𝔤 with all day to shoot. Money!
Cash money right there. Partner, did you see that? Lagdaman, after making that extra pass, he was already about to go down for defense.
𝔬𝔤𝔤, not only did he save that play, but he made this big shot to extend the lead to 14. It's a splash party here where the Blue Eagles now have a 14-point lead. What a luxury to have a Coach Eman Monfort, because it is seen how composed, how good the point guards are for this young ATENEO squad.
Yeah, especially having a coach like Coach Eman Monfort, having that championship mentality, who really contributed a lot to the dynasty of ATENEO back in the days, and also being a professional PBA player.
How will UST respond after that timeout? Nice pass from Lim, but a gimme missed from Buksit Lagdamen. 4 on 5 for ATENEO. The kick out to Lagdamen, the extra swing to 𝔐𝔤𝔤. TJ with 10 seconds to shoot. 𝔬𝔤𝔤 with a burst of speed, and 𝔬𝔤𝔤 with a difficult shot.
𝔬𝔤𝔤 just utilizing his speed and quickness, driving hard to the basket.
Ronquillo sprays it out. JB Lim, corner triple. $13-point lead. Oh, that's a scary fall there by, I think that's DJ De Los Santos.
That was a hard fall there. You can see how both teams really want this game.
He went all the way up. Looks to be okay.
He looks to be okay.
Telling you, iba na talaga kayo nakainom nito eh.
Iba na talaga. Baka data.
So they are with a 13-point lead with 2:30 remaining. How about this fourth quarter run by ATENEO, outscoring their opponents 19-6, and it's been Chris Urbina with the energy.
Yes, just like what he said, it's been the tandem of Porter, Lagdamen, Urbina really leading this ATENEO team, and they've been really doing a great job on that.
Chris Porter, nakita yung laro ni Colin Sawi kanina. Siyempre siya may 2020 game din.
Oh, syempre, kita niya, hindi ako papatalo.
Lagdamen pushing a pace. Kicks it outside. De Los Santos loses the leather. JB Lim, 2-on-1 fast break. Lim, air bending, but misses the layup.
Good intention, but probably could have given that extra pass to his teammate.
And Urbina took himself outside of the court. Looks to be reminiscing in pain here.
Oh, he must be cramping up.
With the way they are running non-stop this entire ball game. Looks to be a cramp from Chris Urbina. I mean, he's still walking with a cramp.
It speaks well of his conditioning.
Zivespinas will be re-injected by Coach Reg. 2:09 remaining. Here's what transpired in that last play. Non-contact. He's to be young, you know. He's to be young.
Look.
You were young once.
I still look young right now.
Porter. Give and go with Abdanen. Third double clutching. But great defense there for UST. Dungo on the kick out. Hooks in, catch and shoot. Doi. Tried to reverse it to his left hand.
Yeah. UST trying to hurry their shot, trying to catch up in this ball game. But here, Langdaman trying to control the ball with a pick and roll with Porter.
Langdaman trying to send it to De Los Santos, but too much muscle on the pass. Hang time move. The layup won't bite. That has been the story here for UST.
The rebounding disparity there. ATENEO grabbing 54 rebounds with UST just grabbing 43 total.
De Los Santos checks the clock, sees 7. TJ to Lance. As Velasquez on him, he goes for the crossover. Drops it down to Chris Porter with 21 points and 23 big rebounds. Hooks it to answer. Charles cold from 3-pointers.
Okay, as you can see, Porter already holding on his leg. He's cramping up a bit. But you cannot blame him for giving his all in this ball game.
Nice strip job there from UST. Ludovice with no time to waste. Another turnover for the Tiger Cubs. Ten seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. How about Ateneo's composure here in the fourth quarter, Renzo?
I think that was the key in this ball game. That's why they were able to catch up and get that lead.
And they are not done hustling and muscling for those offensive rebounds. What a turn of events in the second half. As Ateneo will milk the clock, they will be winning 74-59. A big win against a Final Four contender in the UST Tiger Cubs. What a second half. UST scored 20 points in the first quarter, 18 points in the second quarter, and just 19 in the third and fourth quarters combined.
Well, you know, it was Ateneo just had a better adjustment entering the second half, and that's what led to this big win for them, and it's a good bounce back win for Ateneo.
And it was a team win. You felt everyone contribute. You know, Mikey O, DJ De Los Santos, third Abdane,